What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast and Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I am joined by the podcast dad himself, Choops. How we doing, man?
Oh, man, just stretching again, buddy. Man, woo.
Rough day at the office?
Oh, man, it's not going to be. Hey, this is the last time I will see you before our epic encounter on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's still very much TBD. If Max and I get tickets for it, we'll see.
I'm not saying that. You wanna maybe hop down to the and get some brunch before the game?
That might have to happen. I think I could be convinced to do that. And if you're the one suggesting that we go to the E for brunch, then it sounds like we kind of have to do it.
It's a big deal, man.
And Kyle, I know that he's, I know that he's a fan. It's just I don't like to lean into it. That's just giving him too much credit. So.
Oh man, it's gonna be. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Yeah. I'm pumped.
I can tell. Well, I am pumped because you guys are back with us for another brand new episode. This is our last new episode of the week, and we cannot wait to chop it up with all you guys. First and foremost, make sure you're following us at Junkies Pod on X for all things Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now, and we need your help to get there. Choops, what's that magic number?
Just one. We just need you to tell one person if you like what we're doing here. Tell them. Why not? Just, hey, these guys are out there having fun. Come have some fun with us.
Yeah, even if he is a pain in my ass Eagles fan, it's no big deal. That's just it's part of his charm, believe it or not.
It's only every 8 years, buddy. It's only every 8 years I get to do this.
Yeah, well, that's not going to shut you up from doing. I mean, you said you've sung "Fly Eagles Fly" a lot over the last 247 episodes. So,
Eagles fly, on the road to victory.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Road to victory, road to 1,000 for us on our YouTube channel. But our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network are also on their own road to 1,000 Twitter followers. Give them a follow on. Yeah, I'm going to say Twitter. Who cares? Fuck it. At Main Event _net. If you want great podcasts, memes, blogs, fan art, you name it, they have it. Incredible group of people that we work with. Go show them some love on all social media platforms. And while you're at it, show us some support on our merch store. Buy the mug. Buy the hoodie that's over here by my suitcase. Buy a tank top, a t-shirt, a beanie. I mean, come on. We got some pretty comfy stuff. Pinky out?
Yes, we do. Yeah, sorry. Yes, this is a nice watermelon Celsius to get the blood flowing a little bit.
I like it. Well, head on over to GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Use promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site-wide. If you are a wrestler, promoter, manager, referee, if you're in the industry, you need some merch for those tables, DM Will on X at GorillaPressAPP. They do take custom commissions. They do incredible work. That Gary J unsigned and don't care t-shirt flew off the shelves. So again, go hit up Will. Incredible guy to work with, and you will not be disappointed. In the way of a couple of show announcements that we have here. Coastal Empire Wrestling this weekend. Still standing, happening October 26th in the VFW Post 660 in Savannah, Georgia. $20 front row tickets. I repeat, $20 front row tickets. You just can't beat it. I'm telling you, incredible show lined up. And instead of our normal podcast tomorrow, we are actually going to be airing Coastal Countdown that we recorded earlier this week. You will see interviews with the likes of Tyler Shoup, Hunter James, and Hakeem Young, who admitted that we were right not once, but twice. He I think that he thought that he was going to teach us a lesson, but then we ended up humbling him. So pretty happy with that.
No, he didn't. That man's not humble at all.
Yeah. You got to take what we can get, Chips, all right?
Not humble at all. But guys, go watch that. It was a really, really fun show, minus the Hakeem Young stuff, yes.
Yeah. People who are humble, though, our friends over at TWE, the world-famous TWE Arena in Red Bank, Tennessee. 3 nights of spooky, action-packed wrestling entertainment, October 25th to 27th. Do not miss. Nightmare on Dayton Boulevard, featuring hardcore matches at TWE versus H2O event, and Matt Tremont's Death Match Tournament. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. Again, some of the best concessions I think we've ever had at an indie show. It's worth the price of admission. VIP tickets are going fast. They are having to make overflow VIP tickets, so go get yours today.
Can you say,
I think that's all.
Can you say spooky again?
No, I'd rather not.
I love that. I want to hear you say spooky again.
Nope.
Please.
Nope. Hear this. Go fuck yourself. You ready to talk some wrestling?
I am. We're going to talk to our guest, not you.
Well, I know that. We're going to talk wrestling with our guest. I know that. I'm just asking if you're ready in general. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. Matt Cardona.
Whatever. Tonight, we have an incredible guest joining us. She's a true force of nature in the world of independent wrestling and a friend of the show, Sammi Chaos. Sammi has been making waves all year long, proving herself as one of the most dominant talents in the business today. At this year's Intergender Bonanza, she pulled off a shocking and decisive victory against deathmatch legend Matt Tremont, who will be at TWE this weekend. I repeat, she squashed the shit out of Matt Tremont, and this weekend she'll be stepping into the ring with Tyree Taylor at Focus Pro Wrestling for the Focus Pro Wrestling Championship in what is shaping up to be an absolute battle of monsters. We are so excited to catch up with her, so without further ado, please welcome Sammi Chaos to the stage. Sammi, how's it going, friend?
Good. How are you? I can listen to you guys tell each other to go fuck yourselves like all day, probably.
Yeah, pretty good at it.
That's one of my favorite things.
Well, I gotta say, we are so excited to have you back. It's been entirely too long. I think the last time that we talked to you when we were trying to get this interview set up, you were going on vacation. So did you get to recharge the batteries? How are we feeling?
I did, but see, every time I go on vacation, there's other people also on vacation.
Yeah.
Which is super annoying. So, but yeah, I got to see some sun. I got to see a beach, a pool. So it was nice.
May I ask where you went on vacation?
Yeah, I went to Miami and Mexico.
Nice. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was a good time.
Well, let's dive on in. You know, it's been an incredible year for you. We got to start here just because, I remember when I texted Chris about watching your match at Intergender Bonanza, you beat Matt Tremont. How did that feel? I mean, because we haven't talked to you since. I mean, so like, just take us through that weekend.
Hold on. You said beat Matt Tremont. Squashed him. Let's get it right.
Correct. Where are my manners?
Yeah, come on.
You're right.
Yeah, that was wild. I still, like, when people tell me that I did that, I was like, oh my God, that's right. Like, that happened. Holy shit. Like, that was wild. Like, that was my first time meeting Matt Tremont. He's such a good dude. Did not know he was going to say what he said, after our match. And I tried really, really hard, like, not to, cry in the middle of a H2O ring. So I'm like, why is he saying all these nice things about me right now? So yeah, it was fun. It was surreal. Yeah, but he got squashed.
Yes, he did.
So, what have you seen as kind of a result of that match? Have you seen more looks? What have you seen at the outcome?
A lot of people are like, you squashed Matt Tremont, and I was like, I did. And they're kind of like, what the fuck, like, because that's how I am too still. Because I'm like, wait a minute, what the actual fuck? Yeah, people are they're in awe. They're like, we were not expecting that. We were expecting you to, like, get your ass handed to you. And I'm like, hey, he choke slammed the shit out of me. He got that much. Yeah. I'll give him that. Yeah. But people come up to me, at shows and stuff, and they're like, you wrestled Matt Tremont? I was like, I did not wrestle Matt Tremont. I squashed Matt Tremont. So love it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, if anything, that match has definitely gotten you ready. You're facing Tyree Taylor this weekend for the Focus Pro Wrestling Championship. This is another co-branded event with Intergender Bonanza. This is two powerhouses going head-to-head once again. It seems like you've been in this mindset most of the summer, especially with a lot of the intergender matches that you've had. Does the preparation feel any different for this one compared to Tremont or vice versa?
I mean, the pressure with Matt Tremont was insane because of who Matt Tremont is. Not to say that Tyree Taylor isn't, crazy big, but I'm a little intimidated. He's a big dude. Tyree's a big guy, and he's very confident in himself. So we're gonna hit each other extremely hard. It's gonna be a lot of fucking fun.
Love it.
Very hard.
So you've competed from, a very wide range of matches, right? Death matches to intergender. Is there one that you prefer? Is there like, man, I really love doing this match? And on the flip side, is there one where you're like, I'm going to do this match, but I don't really love doing it, but I need to do it kind of thing?
I'm having a lot of fun with intergender matches just because I find the fight a little more fair, I guess, because I mean, I'm bigger than about 99% of the women out there, so getting matched up with someone who's my size or bigger or what have you is it's a challenge, and I fucking love a challenge. I haven't done like a true death match yet, and they scare the shit out of me, actually. So when my match with Matt Tremont was announced, I thought it was a death match. And I didn't know like if I had to bring a fork or if they provided the fork. I didn't know how that worked. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll be put in a death match, but that's probably like, oh my God, what the fuck? What do I have to do? One of my coaches, Masha Slamovich, she is an insane deathmatch wrestler and more power to her. But like anytime I see thumbtacks being taken out, fucking light tubes, I'm like, this just seems dangerous.
No, for sure. And Sammy, we actually do have a question from our audience here. It's from Nick Theodora, one of our new friends up in Jersey. Great interview, and wants to know who your dream opponent would be. Says that you're phenomenal in the ring. Who do you need to wrestle?
I need to wrestle Jessica Havoc. Her and I were supposed to have a match. I feel like it was March, something like that. Time like doesn't exist in my brain anymore. But we were supposed to have a match a little while back, but she got injured, and we haven't been able to reschedule it. So it's still like super fresh in my mind. But her, my trainer Masha, hopefully soon, and Megan Bain has risen to the top of my list. So I would love to punch her in the face and have her punch me back. So.
All right. Real quick, so kind of this breaking barriers thing, right? So we talked about intergender wrestling. It's still a little bit controversial in 2024. I think some people still look at it kind of weird, right? How important do you think it is for not only independent wrestling, but kind of mainstream wrestling?
It's a little tougher in mainstream wrestling, right? But everyone's entitled to their opinion. I get both sides of it, but I think as long as it makes sense, then I think it should be fine. If it doesn't make sense, then it's like, what the hell are we doing? But like, if you put me up against Tyree Taylor, like, oh fuck, like that makes sense. They're going to kill each other and put on a fucking awesome match. But yeah, I've heard people just 100% against it and all that, and shouldn't be in the ring with women, which is fine. But I'm so far the other way where I'm just like, let's fight. Like I will fight anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sammy, as we kind of wrap up our time here, we know that you've got a bit of a busy weekend ahead of you. Just to kind of wrap up, you've had an amazing 2024, and still a couple of months left, but we're looking ahead to 2025. What are some of the goals at the top of your list? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Just what's on the horizon for you in 2025?
Hopefully you'll see Sammi Chaos on television. I mean, that's the big goal, right? To see this face with these horns on TV. Hopefully. But yes, bigger things are coming in 2025. So I'm super, super excited to come back on your podcast and tell you, hey, did you see me on TV last night? Of course you did.
Of course we did.
You know that you are welcome back just about any time. It's always great to catch up with you. Before we let you go, we know you've got this weekend coming up. What, just to tell our audience, what do you have coming up? Where can everybody find you on social media to keep up?
Oh my gosh. On X or Twitter and Instagram, I'm at Real Sammi Chaos. Facebook is, don't worry about it because it's for friends and family. But I'm everywhere. If you go on my socials, I'm constantly posting match cards and dates and yada yada. So I'm everywhere. So please buy my merch. Stalk me.
Love it.
Come see me.
Buy her merch. Buy her merch. Follow her on social media.
Yes.
Well, it is, Sammi, it's always great to see you. We're super proud of what you've done this year. We can't wait to see what you do next, and give them hell this weekend, okay?
Thank you so much.
Of course. Good to see you. We'll talk soon, okay?
Stay safe.
All right. Bye, guys.
Many thanks again to Sammi Chaos for joining us, and thank you to everybody that's watching tonight. As always, remember to follow us at Junkies Pod for all things Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Just tell one person. It's not that difficult. It takes three seconds, if that. Send a link. We're always sending links. I'm not sharing TikToks with the podcast dad yet, but you wait, it's happening. I know.
Yeah. I don't know how to accept it yet, but yeah, do it.
It's fine. I mean, all I can do is just, DM you a link or text you a link. It's really not that hard.
I've sent some DMs in my lifetime.
Okay.
Hey man, let's talk about NXT real quick.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the debut? Like, holy shit!
Did not see that comment. I mean, that was fucking brilliant. They had us all primed and ready to go for Halloween Havoc, and it's just like, nope, gotcha, bitch.
Dude, she's scary. And
she is dude, she is going to be special. If you have not watched a now Zarya, formerly known as Delta match, do yourself a favor, Kyle. Yes, we fucking love NXT right now too. It's hard not to enjoy it.
Dude,
the first 20 minutes of NXT last night, 6 women were featured. I mean, that's.
Did you see what the total
I'm loving
was?
everything they're doing. No,
there's 28 women total on NXT last night. That's crazy. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is.
That's crazy awesome. That's crazy awesome. That many women were featured on a 2-hour show. They opened the show and they main evented. It was great.
Yeah, as they should have. I mean, those segments felt larger and much more important than anything we saw with Trick Williams and Ethan Page. Lexis King's hunt for a corner man for his upcoming Heritage Cup match. Hey, it is time for you. It's time for you to shut it about Lexis King. All right. Look, they're putting him on TV. They're giving him an opportunity. He's trying to humble himself. Okay. The get him to the Greek-esque presentation has not been working. So they're trying to add a little bit more realism and blue collar, Midwestern grit to it, which I can greatly appreciate. And you should too, because he's the son of Norwood's favorite son.
I hope Charlie Dempsey rips his head off.
I hope Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard eat Jalen Hurts fucking alive. But actually, no, I don't mean that because I'm starting Hurts this week. So
why would you do that? They are playing your defense, so that's fair. No, dude, NXT was
with that.
Yes, Giulia and Vaquer already feel super important.
Yeah,
just like
that face off with Kyrie and Io as well.
But Delta, man, that was what a debut, dude. All three of these.
It doesn't get better than that.
You shut your mouth. And I'm talking to Kyle. You shut your mouth.
I know.
It was, dude, it was just, I can't get over it. They have done, we were worried about how they were going to integrate all 3 of these women in, right? So it was signing after signing after signing, boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
We were like, oh, wow. They just, okay. Yeah. And I think everyone was a little bit worried of how are they going to get them all in, and they have,
especially because of how we saw Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson come in the same night a couple of years ago. People were worried about one going to overshadow the other.
Yeah, dude, they have nailed every one of these debuts so far.
Big facts.
With Giulia and Vaquer kind of teaming together right now, that's going to end in some kind of breakup. It is.
Yeah.
And now you have Delta debuting in a totally different section.
Yes.
But she's going to team with them. is what it kind of looks like. So,
yeah,
it's amazing what they're doing right now. It's legitimately amazing what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and Kyle says men's division may need some reinforcements to keep up.
But even then, you got Trick Williams, you got Femi, Tony D has stepped up.
Yes,
Ethan Page, you have Javon Evans,
Wesley.
I'll throw Lexis King in there. I'll throw him in there. You got Wes Lee.
I know how difficult that was for you.
It hurt, but like you got Wes Lee. You also have you got Charlie Dempsey. I'm forgetting one person. Who am I forgetting right now?
Right now, I would throw Oro Mensah into the mix just because he's had some.
Oro Mensah, yes, he has had some really good matches. Another one that has stepped up recently and that I've kind of enjoyed their story, and I never thought I would say this. Ridge Holland has stepped up.
Man, this is just a hard day for you, isn't it?
No, because I think NXT is doing such a great job of making you care about every story right now. What is what story on NXT right now are you like, I'm not going to pay attention to this? There's not
still anything evolving out the mud, but that's just
I don't. But even then, like they're very minimal on the show.
Also, yes, and let's not forget Sean Spears also has a little injury he's dealing with right now. So he, when he's healthy, he may eventually come back in the mix in some capacity. Yeah, and this isn't even including the fact that we haven't seen Joe Hendry in weeks, haven't needed to see him or anything like that, but. There are these other talents from TNA that will. We're still waiting to see if Josh Alexander will spend some time over there. We're still waiting to see if Moose will come over there. I'm still not ruling out Nick Nemeth in any way. I don't think that you can.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
That's fair.
I'm iffy on that one. But
sure.
Yeah, it's they're doing like the TNA integration has kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
However, Jordan Grace may be in NXT here soon.
Yeah.
And that would be fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You still have Roxanne Perez. You still have Cora Jade. Like Joe Hendry's going to show back up. You still have the rest of MSK to show back up. Like it's they can do so much right now. We have yet to see like a Moose show up.
Yeah.
Like I know he was pissed at the old regime, like an Eric Young.
Sure.
Can you imagine an Eric Young return to NXT? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
There's plenty of room for all of this. And that's what's so exciting about NXT right now. Hands down.
Yeah. Dude, NXT might be the best thing going right now. And we haven't said that about NXT in a
very long time. Yeah.
In a while. So shout out to HB Shizzle, man. That guy's killing it.
It's cooking.
Chef Sean.
Yes. Now we got a few minutes left, and you got a hard out time. Well, so do I. And I want to do our predictions for Halloween.
Sorry.
Or he that's bisexual erasure. I expected better from you. Anyway, we got 5 matches left?
Oh, you know what?
What? I know you're an advocate.
I am.
I like to.
I'm an advocate. Ladies and gentlemen,
can confirm. I've got it here too. Okay, first up, we've got Kalani Jordan versus Fallon Henley or JC Jane or Jasmine Nix. Spin the wheel, make the deal at the end of the night last night. Spinner's choice. We did see Delta show up, so we did not see what that choice officially is. But is this finally the time that Kalani loses the North American Championship?
No, not yet. I think Delta's going to take it off her.
Which I'm totally fine with that. I've told you that Kalani needs an honest to goodness foe, needs a 3-match trilogy with somebody. I think that this is the perfect person to do that with. That's not to take away anything from Fallon, JC, or Jasmine Nix at all. I mean, they were trusted in the main event with Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, they the babyface stuff was never working for JC Jane. Jasmine Nix, just kind of was floating around. But this is a great collective, and I really enjoy what they're doing. But I'm going to agree. Give me Kalani Jordan. Ridge Holland, Andre Chase in an ambulance match.
See, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be a really good match. I think Ridge Holland should win. I think he should continue this streak because, spoiler, I do think Trick is going to retain, and he's going to need somebody to wrestle.
Yeah.
And Ridge Holland would not be a bad choice right now.
No, I'm going to go Ridge Holland as well. I'm still going to hold out a little bit of hope that I get that Duke Hudson heel turn, and he just says, you know what, I'm done with Andre Chase. Chase you. Whatever. We're falling apart. It's all going to shit. See you later.
Look, I hope it happens for you, buddy. I really do.
So do I. Yeah. I'll hold on. I will be as patient as I have to be in order to get this. Okay?
I hope it happens for you. I really, really do. I really, really do. I don't think it will, but I do. Tony D and Obafemi in a tables, ladders, and scares. I don't know what that means. I thought when it happened, it said stairs, and it took me back to a dark time in WWE. Yeah, but I don't know what scares is. I'm hoping that it's just chairs.
It's just it's a punt. It's a TLC match. It can only Ava announced on Twitter that it can only be won by pinfall. So there will be no climbing of a ladder here. So this is.
Does Oba win it back? Is this a Jey Uso kind of thing? They did it to get the pop.
See, that's the thing is because you just said earlier in the show that he's leveled up significantly. And I would agree with that. I think Obafemi, it's probably time to start chasing the NXT title here.
Or just go to the main roster.
Or that. I mean, he's well past ready. I mean, that's
I think he'll chase the title. We've seen, right. We've seen Trick Williams.
If anything, I'm consistent.
We've seen Trick Williams kind of stay down there for a little bit longer. We've seen Roxanne stay down there for a little bit longer. Why rush it? I would love for him to go to the main roster, but is it the right time for him to go up there? Probably not. Like, I don't know where he fits currently.
There's a lot going on there right now. Yeah,
there's a lot going on. Maybe it's after Mania season. I think he'll get a shot in the Rumble. I think we'll see him in the Rumble, and that'll be fun. Yeah. And maybe we get some kind of face-off there, John Cena. But that'll be.
I wouldn't rule him out for again. Deadline's around the corner. Let's not rule him out for Iron Survivor.
Yeah.
You need a big man for those matches. If it's not Oba, it could be Ridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have options. They have plenty of options right now. I guess Tony D. I guess.
You know what? I'm gonna say Tony D with you. Just because
Tony D with you.
It's taken a lot to get him to this leveled up Tony D that we've known that he can be. He's going to be out for vengeance. This is, we've seen them flip him to a babyface before, especially when they did the tag team title run. I don't know. It hits and misses. This has a little bit more edge to it, especially now that Luke has been taken out. There was an attack on Adriana Rizzo.
Light years away from when he challenged Giulia, I would say.
Yes.
Light years away. But
yeah. So I want to see them keep it rolling with Tony D.
Okay. Tag match: Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade taking on Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer. Co-main, right?
Yes, 1,000%. Yeah. I'm going to say Giulia and Stephanie win because whoever gets the pin is going to find themselves first in line for a title shot.
Yep.
I think
I'm going to agree. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know who it is that takes the fall, but I do think it's Roxanne that gets pinned.
Okay. I think Cora's going to get pinned, and I think that's going to lead to some kind of fatal four-way between these guys or gals. That's what I think is going to happen is Cora's going to get pinned, Roxanne's going to get pissed because she lost the match because of Cora, and then everything's going to go crazy.
Especially after the layoff, for so long.
Yeah, everything's going to get crazy. We're going to get a four-way, probably a deadline with these ladies, and done. Take my money.
The fact that you can get a fatal four-way at deadline for the women's championship, but then also have 5 more women that can compete in Iron Survivor right now that are all credible challengers, it is a nice time to be an NXT fan right now.
You gotta we didn't even mention Lola Vice. We didn't mention Sol Ruka. We didn't mention Nikita Lyons. There are so many down there.
Speaking of Nikita Lyons, how about that interaction between Oba and Nikita?
Yeah.
That's just say I like it. That's
again. Here's my money.
It's a power couple right there.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. The Devil's Playground, which is just kind of no holds barred. I'm assuming Trick and Ethan Page. I think Trick wins, right?
Yes.
I think Trick wins.
I mean, I don't feel good about it, but sure.
Really? I know. I think Trick Williams wins. Because Ethan might go to the main roster, man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, we talked about the abundance of riches that they have here. I mean, this is a conversation for another time. I know we got a few minutes before we have to get out, but yeah, I'll say Trick. Ethan really didn't need a lengthy NXT run, but much like with Obafemi, kind of where does he fit in the shuffle here? That's a discussion for another time, though.
Because I'd love to see Ethan and LA Knight kind of go against it right now.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be a lot of fun, especially now that we're getting part 7 of Melo Andrade. We'll see how that ends as well. So, all right, that can be interesting. All right, I like it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Those are our predictions. Podcast dads got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Remember, no show tomorrow, and we will be doing our official Coastal Empire Wrestling Still Standing show in place of our show tomorrow night. So that will be streaming here on X, Facebook, YouTube. All the same places you would get our show. You're going to get Coastal Empire Wrestling Coastal Countdown Still Standing as well. Follow us at Junkies Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Support our merch store. Follow the Main Event Wrestling Network on all social media platforms. They are 51 followers away from 1,000 on X. Let's help them get there. We will be back next week. We'll be breaking down Halloween Havoc. It's been a while since we've done a good AEW episode, so we're also going to have that in the works as well. Houday, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And it's absolutely incredible to have you along the ride with us. So thank you very much for the podcast, Dad. I am Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the
I'm unmuted
podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon.